what is up everyone, and welcome back to another high-grade Gunpla review, and today I'll be taking a look at this right here, the King of the Wolves, Barbatos Lupus Rex. Again, just like the other Iron-Blooded Orphans kits, this is an absolute steal, coming in at around 1,400 yen. As you can see here, I got for 1,120 yen, which is in and around the $10 mark, which is insanely good for the quality of these kits. So inside this box, you've got a grand total of 5 runners, the stickers, as well as a wire. As for the runners, 3 of them are absolutely brand new for this kit, Barbatos Rex. As well as that, then we've got Gundam Frame 4, the runner of polycaps, the wire, and there is that huge sheet of huge decals. So far, color-wise, this isn't looking good. This right here is what this beast of a kit looks like when snapped together. The Barbatos has gone through a host of changes since we first saw it, but the general direction they've been going with is bigger and meaner, and that is exactly what this is, big and mean. And to be honest, almost to the point where you wonder if they've gone a little too far. Essentially, the Lupus Rex is to the Lupus as the 6th form was to the 4th form. They're the over-the-top to the point of looking goofy counterparts, but then again, goofy isn't always a bad thing. Proportions-wise, this is a love it or hate it situation, and personally, I'm in the hate it camp. The long forearms and the big feet just look plain silly. The arms, by themselves, they look absolutely awesome. Huge and powerful. Sadly though, the hands are all grey plastic, so they are lacking the yellow on the fingers. Like I said, these arms look huge and powerful, but that sense of power is lost. All that sense of strength is lost when attached to that small, tiny torso of the Barbatos. And then finally paired with those huge feet, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. But then again, I feel it might just be the high grade. When I saw it in the anime and the original art of the mobile suit, both of those I think look awesome. This just looks a little bit wonky. The legs end up looking too short and the arms end up looking too long. And yes, in the end, it just looks like a mecha gorilla. However, that is me taking the whole model kit as a whole. The main body itself looks awesome, and if you take this section, remove those arms and those legs, then attach some parts from the original Barbatos, then you've got something entirely different. The head, torso and waist unit look exceptionally awesome, and now what you've got is this cool alternate variation of the original Barbatos Lupus. And to me, this is the best aspect of this kit. Completely the best aspect. And lastly, I guess to add insult to injury, the color accuracy on this thing is absolute arse. Just look at that massive, massive set of stickers. And the stickers on this thing are making up for huge, massive sections. Just look at the blade on the back there and the toes. They could have been separate parts, but they're not. Again, as IBO kits go, this one's not so great. So here is the high-grade Gundam Barbatos Rex with everything that it comes with. So as for manipulators, we've got those widespread open hands, those really cool bestial hands you've seen already. As well as that, pop those off, we've got a pair of fists, or actually should I say holding hands, they're for holding the mace. Pop them in there. And as you can see, they don't have backs of their own, so you have to pull the back armor part off these hands and stick them onto these ones. To be honest, I don't think it would have been that much of a hassle to include an extra pair, but then again, the price is extremely low, so there isn't really a whole lot to complain about, but anyway, there they are. Of course, next up then is Mace Chan, and that is absolutely huge this time. I think this might be upgraded to Mace Kun at this point, but anyway, the grip on that is telescopic, like so. And here is a quick comparison against the original Mace, the chainsaw thing, and those super cute Mace maracas. So this thing right here is huge. So next up then, and definitely one of the aspects about this kit that I'm the most interested about, is the wire here for the blade on the backpack. Is it strong enough to hold it up? So far it feels like it is. And also after repeated use, will it start to show signs of wear and tear? So let's find out. Let's pop this out from the backpack, stick the wire in through there like so. I assume this will just hold it in place. Nope, I've got that the wrong way around. Apparently it goes in this way into that, and then this part connects in here. Oh yeah, it does. And you need to turn this part around at the end here so it doesn't pop back out. So it is quite rigid. It does feel like it would keep it in whatever pose you put it in. Pop that section then into the backpack, and let's see, can we get that into some kind of pose? Will it hold it up? Definitely. not a problem. As for general wear and tear, however, let's, I guess, abuse this thing and see what it can do. So I'm gonna like screw it up really small. For example, like if you've done a whole ton of poses, and then I'm gonna try and straighten it out. Because this is a wire, I don't really expect the best from it. So let's straighten that back out again. And it does have a lot of kinks in there. So basically, if you want a particular pose, put it in that pose. If you play around with it quite a bit, it will end up looking janky and busted just like this. Also in here we have this, which is a base adapter for using with Action Base 2. And last up is this little grey adapter, and what that is for is attaching into these little sections here on the mace, like that. Pop in the handle, and then that slots in here into the butthole, just like that. Okay, so moving on to articulation, and to be honest, it's pretty much the same as the Barbatos Lupus. The only things that are really different is the joints in here are huge. Like the connection points, the balls are much larger than what we saw before, probably to maintain the weight that these arms have to deal with. The same with this joint right here, it's quite tight. There is the bend at the elbow. Of course, there's all the stuff in here as well, so this part pops out like that. And you've got the sub arm in there, which pops out like so. And that has a standard, I think, 9mm holding section. So that will basically hold everything. For example, pop in a Mace Chan. Actually, okay, let's try the other side. Oh, the arm came off, but anyway. Pop that out and try to hold a Mace Chan. Not a hope. Maybe I have to push it in further. Oh yeah, that has to click in there like so. So one more time, there is the mace, click, and that holds on in there. How about the chainsaw? Let's try. Click, and there we go. It's in there. Besides the arms, anyway, everything on here is exactly the same as what we've seen before. Pretty much the same as the Barbatos Lupus. So as you would expect, the articulation is fantastic. So that is it for the review. What can I say? This is definitely a love it or hate it kit. First, I'll mention the actual quality issues. The color separation on here is not good, and you've got a really big set of decals. To me, what I really liked about the Barbatos Lupus is it didn't really have many of these. Not as much as we've seen here. That really has to be the worst quality issue about this kit. Besides that, for example, if you're going to paint it, then you've got absolutely nothing to worry about. The second aspect, of course, is the aesthetics. Compared to the actual anime and the official art, I feel this is a little bit off. So far the IBO high grades have been fantastic, but this one, I don't know, to me there's just something about it that's just not right. All in all, whether it's to do with the original design or the high grade itself, I really feel the proportions are way off and just don't look good at all. But as for the backpack, I almost forgot to mention it in the review, but that's all in a kind of odd navy blue. But a large majority of it is meant to be white. There are no stickers for this, and just like a lot of the kit, the color accuracy is completely off. And I guess at the end of the day, what can I say, proportions wise, stickers wise, it just isn't awesome. And when it comes to the IBO line, which is chock full of awesome kits, this one just doesn't make the grade. I have to say I am disappointed with this kit. I really don't believe any future version of the Barbatos is gonna compare to the Barbatos Lupus. That kit and that mobile suit are absolutely awesome. This one right here, not so much. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and make sure to come back for more Gunpla reviews. See you next time.